asking for much. It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup, find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like whoa, oh, oh, oh. Lit check, been a minute, let me hit the homies in a group text. 10 years, same team, true vets. Got a couple trophies, but no chains on the neck. No. Got a couple Cardis, we don't flood with baguettes. It's a very small world, so my hand holds. Wake up, make the money, that's a man's role. Loyalty and love is what I stand for. Can't forget about trust, but first, please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup, find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like whoa, oh, oh, oh. It's the weekend, we've been working. I'll be posted fireside. Bring my boys in, bring your girls in. We'll be posted up all night. Limited edition, not the regular one. We shut down the city like when presidents come. I am not a rookie, I'm a veteran, bruh. Promise I'ma take it easy later on. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup, find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like whoa, oh, SOS, oh. Please fill my cup.
Take back what's been stolen from me, little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete. I got my eyes on you, and you got no clue what I'm supposed to do. I can't help myself. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
Check, 1 2 1 2.
No, you wouldn't take what's not yours. If you know who I am, when the night will fall, I'll haunt your dreams. Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.
those eyes. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. It's understood. Get up, had to beat those eyes. Got up and I beat those eyes. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job.
Oh, you're lost on no touchdown. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, watching the Bears against the Bulls one more time tonight, and it looks like the Bulls are getting their asses handed to them as the German Bears are just stomping on their heads. The German teams are out there rooting for the crowd, saying, "Sell it now." And our little Bulls are just struggling to make up the ground that they had before to get to that $73,000 target. Well, it looks like we're coming into an area where we might actually get a little bit of a turnaround here at this area, this 886 Fibonacci retracement area. So I've been running this swing low to the swing high on this very low time frame. Well, it's worth a shot, I guess. If we're going to turn around, we might as well do it here. Well, let's give it a moment just to gather its thoughts and see if the Bulls might be able to turn this thing around and make price come back up toward this 200 moving average and get into this red Ichimoku cloud where they like to just strip down naked, dance around, and have a good time. I wasn't supposed to say that, was I? Do I still work here? Okay, good. Or so the rumor goes. But no, maybe we might just bounce to the downside. If this level does not hold, we got one little ladder down here, but I would really be eyeballing this guy if I wanted to go somewhere to look a bit more negative. That's where I'd be looking for. I'm just saying. Oh, Bitcoin. Why are you selling off for us? Why for must you drop in price? Hey man, I'm shorting. Let me get mine, okay? Have to listen to you long fellers all the dang time, man. Let us shorters get our stuff in. Those who would short Bitcoin, I have to second guess. Screw you, buddy. It's making me some money, so go off. Wow, looks like we got some mixed emotions going on here with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has went below the turnaround price that we said, hey man, you might want to turn around there. She's saying, hell no, buddy. We want to continue down, and the 1 minute has made a decision for the rest of the year, as it always does here. Whenever you're in doubt, then don't zoom out. Go to the 1 minute and see if you can get your confusion on just a little bit more here. We are now in double bottom territory, if you want to consider that, this little area. Are we going to drop below it? If we do, that's no bueno for Bitcoin. Ichimoku Cloud is starting to get into the bearish signs here on the 1 minute. Not looking too happy. We need a big turnaround. The biggest thing we got going for us on this tiny time frame is that all market moving averages are just kind of grouped up here. So I got nothing down here waiting for me to come to. They're kind of hanging back here just wondering if we'll snap back like a rubber man. I don't know. Well, we can hope. Screw you, man. I'm going short, dude. Don't jinx my trade, man. Let me go short. See what you did, man? I was doing good. Now you got to talk Bitcoin into going up, dude. Thanks a freaking hell of a lot, man. Thanks for ruining my trade there. Some people get a little touchy. Oh, when you just say the wrong things, I guess. We got a trend line here. Give him a little resistance. So Mr. Shorty there might get his little wishes because the death cross is about upon us. Yeah, man, that's what I want to hear you talking about. Talk about that death cross, man, because I'm getting ready to load up on my short one more time. We come up here, I'm going to load up so we can come down. I'm going to get it down there. Shout out with me if you took me on that trade. I didn't even have to do a trade yet, but shout out if you jumped ahead of me and made some money. Yeah! Woo! Baby! All right! Woo! We need some of that funny. We need some of that encouragement. We need some chance. Woo! Yeah, baby. Oh my gosh, they got the drums out. This crowd is getting a little wild. As Bitcoin is starting to get a little bullish. Oh my gosh, we're getting ready to go to the moon. 73,000. I can feel you coming in the next 5 minutes. Come on, baby. Well, come on. Roll those dice, baby. Let's see. Papa needs a new pair of shoes and a Rolls Royce and a lot of things, man. We're playing with this non-moving average. This funky Medina Fibonacci here on the tiny 1 minute time frame. And we're looking for a breakout to the upside. However, the 50 is crossing over the 200, which is the death cross. Unbeknownst to these bulls that are trying to rush up here to 56,000, there is a hatchet hammer war god bear up there just ready to snipe them and smash them right back down. Will they succeed? Oh, this is exciting, and they're going to break it, or they're going to go for it. They're past the non-moving average. They're making a move for it, ladies and gentlemen. The bulls are taking Bitcoin for a breakout, but there's no volume. Oh, we'll have to see how that plays out. You know, they say you always want some volume with a breakout. I guess that's better than no volume. This one ain't got none. How's it going to do? Well, my good man, if you want my opinion, this Ichimoku cloud is just begging for it to come over and party naked. That was the original game plan anyway, was it not? The party naked in the Ichimoku cloud? Why would we ever change our game plans to party naked in the Ichimoku cloud? Dude, you freaking me out. Can you scoot over just a little bit? Dang. You smell like popcorn. That's weird. Hey, pardon me while we take a commercial break. What's that road dog fella? It won't take him very long. We'll be right back in the Super Bowl after this halftime message.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to the Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. My name is Lane. I am the Road Dog. And I'm sitting there watching Bitcoin. Doing what Bitcoin do, but Bitcoin ain't doing what I need to do, which is get above that 200 daily moving average. And I wants to know why. Why, Bitcoin? Why ain't you getting up above there? What's up with you? Do you need a little help? You need a little boost? Or you need something to get you going? Something, a little excitement to put a little energy? You need a little energy boost, man? Because this non-moving average is getting ready to cross over that 200, and I don't like that. That don't look good on you, Bitcoin. I don't like it. It makes me think that you're not going to fake us out and go to the upside, and this ain't going to be that Wyckoff spring that makes us millionaires from buying down here. Why are you throwing this to me, Bitcoin? Why are you sending me all these crazy signals? I'm trying to get a trend line sense out of this. Got a little bit of something from these wicks, through these wicks, to this wick. Is it valid? It's not how I usually draw them. I can, but I normally... well, that one looks a little bit more bearish here on the day if I do that. So are we bullish or are we bearish? Because there seems to be a lot of indecision, and rightly so. We are definitely getting some mixed signals. They say when in doubt, zoom out, and so that's what we've done. We've zoomed out, and not only on the chart, but also in the time frame. I think it's just helpful to keep doing this until we get out of the bad weather. On the monthly, we are above the non-moving average, and I'm going to take that as a good sign. Always, if you're above the 9, you're doing just fine, is what I find. You feels me? You smells me? Who wants to Joe Biden my head right now? Go ahead, take your sniff. So I like that on the 9. If we check out our little indicators just to get their input, what are they kind of suggesting? Right off the histogram on MACD is saying, hey baby, I'm a little bit tired. This is the first signs of tiredness here. I'm going to take this as a warning signal. I missed that on the weekly, but this is where on the weekly even, I'm supposed to be going like, I need to start looking at stuff. I don't get stuck in anything when it turns around like I did. Because I ignored this on the weekly. Now is the weekly going to influence the monthly? Well, the monthly is going to do that. If we use our logic thinking brains in this 4-year cycle and what's going on and who might have an advantage of faking everybody out or even driving prices down or knocking microphones down, to scare everybody out of the market. I don't know. I mean, there might be somebody that can do that. I want to do that. Will they take prices down, or will they fake us out and go, I don't know. But we're staying cautious on the monthly, so we need to start hearing that on the monthly, and then we come over here to the 2 week, and it's saying, baby, if you didn't listen to the weekly, hello, repeat. So we got the 2 week getting ready to cross, possibly bearishly. Histogram getting ready to go bearish, possibly on this 2 week. The last times it did this was at the tops. Now, are we at the top for? I don't think we're right after the halving, man. We're right after the halving. We have not got to experience the shortage, because you see all the demand. The demand is what's holding us up here at 58,000 instead of us dropping back down to 30 like we would have long ago. So there's a demand here for a Bitcoin. Don't get it twisted. We've also got some supplies coming out of the woodworks. Maybe part of somebody's evil plan. I don't know. The way that they're doing it kind of makes me you have to ask that question. But the signs are on the charts, man, that there may be a storm. Okay, so we just want to be ready for it. And so I've been spending my time getting prepared for a possible storm. It may not be. It may just shoot on up, like my dream is to see this part of the market just keep on going. That's what I was seeing when we were down here. Like, hey, and now we come up to this toppy looking area, and it's, it's a lot. Well, I didn't want to get stuck up here. Did you guys? I thought we maybe top out, bottom out on the, we got above, made our all-time new highs, and we started losing our previous all-time highs. Well, that was a issue. So all I'm saying is that if we ignore the writing on the wall that we've got here, we would be doing the same things that everybody was doing over here, ignoring all the writing on the walls over here. And if you ignore the writings on the wall, well, then you can suffer through this or worse. And that's no fun. Because nobody was willing to accept that we were in a bear market until we got well around $40,000 or so. Now, I'm not saying that we're in a bear market. I don't think that we are. I don't. But you broke a dang important trend line there for me, man. And the next support that I got is coming in here. I don't want to even say it. I don't want to say it. And this is the weekly time frame. Now, I do keep the Ichimoku Cloud on here to kind of help me figure these things out. She kind of gives me some clues as to what might be going on. And anytime that she gets big and thick and price starts getting close to it, there's a lot of things that can happen between now and the possibility of entering in there, such as, they can come up and then dive bomb into it. I don't believe that we're at a moment where, oh my God, we just need to sell everything out and save ourselves. We're not there. I think we got a good chance to make a little bit of a comeback. But we got to get past this 60,000 something area, because that's where everything is combining right there to be a roadblock above our head. And so coming up there before coming back down could give us a possible chance to get our affairs in order, to get prepared for this. Maybe even start shorting when we want to start looking at that idea. Travel Talk, you all bearish. I'm just going by what the charts are saying, because if we ignore what they are saying, we usually regret it a little bit. That's been my experience. And I'm pretty good at seeing stuff happen ahead of time in the future. I'm just bad about executing on it, because by the time it gets here, sometimes the stuff that I saw is on the back burner or in the moment. I've gotten a lot better at that, but I was caught unaware a few weeks ago when I found out, you broke one of your rules. You said you would never going to do that. And here I am. That's that MACD rule that I keep going over. That was a big rule for me to break. You could be looking at this as a bearish retest of a McDonald's pattern. I tell you what. Should we do Monday morning quarterback? Let's go over. Now, my analysis was when we first started coming up in here, this was showing up as a triple top pattern. A lot of people call it a head and shoulders. It wasn't, but I mean, we even got a pattern to show you, and that's when this little head guy is like when you get a shoulder like that. It's kind of, this triple top can fall into that category. But that was a top sign at a fib area. So, oh man, we kind of expired here, man. We might want to take a little break. So those were the first signs. We talked about it. Should have been taking a lot of profit. Should have, would have, could have, but that's what I would change. And I made my rule. I'm always making my rule. I'm just trying to get better at executing it. Take more profits when we're on these areas, man, because we got it in our heads like, oh, it's going to keep going up, or it could keep going up. Oh, I don't want to take it yet. And then that's where the greed kind of gets to us a little bit. Write it down on the big one, and we pray to Jesus. Oh, dear Lord, if you let me survive this, I promise you. And then we start coming back up, and then, a little better, could get better at taking profits there. The rule was that this trend line, when it breaks, is a great time to take profit to get out. And I did take a little profit. I did. I should have been preparing for what might be coming back, but I admit, and I believe that I was caught up in like, oh, well, we're probably just, maybe come out and bounce. A lot of people are calling, look, shoulder, head, shoulder to the upside. And the only thing I needed to say was, man, that's a bottom pattern. You don't look for those at tops because they usually don't play out at tops. And here's a damn good example of why you don't look at an inverted head and shoulder, which is a bottom reversal pattern at a top, because it doesn't usually work. I'm just saying. Still, my biggest gripe for Bitcoin right now, man, my biggest gripe is just breaking this trend line. Plus kind of major one right over here. And got a little bit of wiggle room here, but still we're below it. Even with all the wiggle room I can afford on this time frame, we are still just right below it. And that's important to me. That's a big thing. Now, if we get back above that trend line, I'll change my tune a little bit. But again, that trend line is right where our 200 moving average is as well. Although depending on how well I finesse this trend line here with these candle, I like to tighten it up on whatever time frame. It's coming down to the wick here, but I'm on the daily, so I'm going to drag it to the bodies because that's where it mostly is, and then it touches this wick. I believe this one is a more accurate representation. I would like it to get above that price. And so now that maybe we will, as we drop below the 200 moving average, we have a chance to do it, but it looks like we're starting to run out of time. If this is the Wyckoff spring, we don't stay down here long. Like, we should start seeing something, a response like now or yesterday. So the longer we stay here, the less likely we are for this to be bullish, in my personal opinion. Even though you can see this as a trend line that we found some support, yes, I do foresee a chance that we do come back up a little bit. And on this chart, I'm looking at about 59.8. And that would be testing the bottom of this trend line. That would be maybe, wicking above the 200 moving average. What we are looking for, and a strong possibility that we will actually see this, is for price to come back up, and then this will be the make or break moment right here around 59. Where are we? 59.6, 59.8, right through there. That will be the point where we either get really bullish, the bulls come in, save the day, push us back up past these levels right here, get us above 60,000, preferably above 61. But this area right over here, 60,800, right below these candles here, right below these candles here. This is going to be some hella resistance all through here. So if we do see a bullish day this week, and it's going to happen soon, we might be able to recover that. Otherwise, the 9 is crossing over there, and that's the first bearish signs that we're going to be struggling through here for a while, as maybe we slowly drain the swamp back down to those areas everybody's looking at back through here, and hoping that holds us, because there's not much there, honest with you. We just flagged out there, we took a little snack break, and then we went on. There's not much there to hold us. And well, this is when you really need to start looking back to the back and seeing what we got around there. Not too much there either. So it's really about 48,000 where we start finding some support, and I'm not saying we're going there, not saying we're not though. I'm still the one that's got this prediction out here that I'm just leaving up because I made it. Woo! Hey, until we make a lower low, this prediction is still open to be true. Until we make a lower low from that day, we still got that hopium. Please, Road Dog, be a new prophet of Bitcoin. Ooh, that would be awesome. Please. I would love to get this reversal. I want this reversal. I really do. I want that Wyckoff theory to play out. I want us to come back up here and jump the creek because it does look very much like a Wyckoff accumulation scheme of events there. Well, this is our creek. It's a beautiful creek. Probably got some bass in it, walleye, got some crappie, depending on where you come from. Come down here. But it's problems that we made it that we're not hanging out here, man. We flirting with that area right now. You see that? See that where price is? There's a little blue line coming right where price wicked down here this first time. Right now that's acting as resistance. We need it to stop being resistance. Stop saying no, baby. Don't turn us down. Do we need to turn on some sexy music? Do we need a sweet talk Bitcoin? Maybe that's all Bitcoin needs, is just a little sweet talk. Bitcoin, baby. It pains me, baby. It pains me to see you down so low. See you down so low, below this 200 moving average, baby. It just makes me so sad. I just keep trying to think of something that just might lift you up. Maybe a little back rub, a little shoulder rub, a little pickle tickle. Bitcoin, you need something, baby. You need some love in your life. You need some Road Dog in your life. Road Dog needs you in his life. Road Dog loves you, Bitcoin. The whole world loves you, Bitcoin. Well, most of the world. Them politicians don't, but we don't like them politicians. You know that is. Them bankers don't, but we don't like them bankers. They smell anyway, you know. They smell like sardines if you ever get close to them. You know they do. Not you, Bitcoin. You smell like a big old citrus fruit. You nice and orange. You all nice and sexy orange. Yeah. And I like that, Bitcoin. The only thing that ain't making me happy right now, Bitcoin, is that you sitting here at $56,700 when I need you. Oh, baby, I need you. I need you to get back about 61,000. Can you do that for me, baby? Ooh. Can you do that for us all? Can you show these bears once and for all that you are here to make our lives better? You are here to change our world, Bitcoin? Ichimoku Cloud's having his doubts about you, and I gotta say, she looks awful nasty. But Bitcoin, you always looking sexy. You so fine. I'd just like to see you rise to your glory one more time, baby. I think you got it in you. I believe in you, Bitcoin. You sexy little thing, yeah. Let's cross our fingers.
They call me the Coin Whisperer. Road Dog the Coin Whisperer. And if you have a coin that needs a good talking to, if your coin is not acting right on your charts, you just tell me and I will give it a good talking to. Because we have the power here at the Road Dog Crypto Channel.
Welcome, everyone. Please tell me my microphone is on. So glad to have you here hanging out with me tonight, 10:30. We got Strigahart here, first, second, third, fourth. He just did them all up to the 1111s. Hey, Striga, what is up, my man? We also got Crypto 420 saying sheesh. And Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? Check Joe's channel out. He is also a YouTuber, teaches. He has excellent TA over there and teaching skills. Oh man, you guys are doing my chat right. Got me some emojis up there. Mic is working. Yay, finally. What not?
Well, listen, remember to push the button. Sam Webb says Bitcoin needs a Cosby pudding pop. Sonda says Fed meetings this week could give us a pump and another dump. Oh, I bet they're going to have fun with that. Market makers love those Fed meetings.
I love it when you do it like that, when you walk out wearing nothing but. I love it when we do it like that, you know that I'm right there, I want you to.
See, I'm of the philosophy now that it's the market makers that we're playing against. I mean, you got your people out there, you're going to set your orders, and that's what we normally do. I want to let myself order here, set a sell order here, maybe that matches up with some other people. But it's the market maker's job to fill in all the gaps in between as we get up to these areas where sell orders are. Now, those sell orders may be a bunch of people. They may be a bunch of VCs or whatever that have got big sell order blocks. It may just be mom and pop selling. It may be you up there with your little order somewhere, and they just all kind of collect. But the market maker, if there's a lot of them there and a lot of them here, the market maker's job is to kind of just carry price up there. So a lot of times where you're selling or being sold to by the market maker, especially during a move, when we're in transitions there, market makers make their money through chop, and that's where they love chop. Market makers lose their money a lot of times, I am told, as it's explained to me, on the big moves. Now, on the other hand, in my experience, my best gains have been on these nice moves. And in my experience, I've ended up giving back a lot of those gains, sometimes even all of those gains, sometimes even more than those gains back during the chop. So it's important in this game, if you're going to play this game, to have strategies for those situations, because you will have a markup, which is what this is, and then you will have some kind of distribution, which is what this is, or a reaccumulation. There'll be a sideways period, a ranging period, and we get lots of those. We'll see that in all these little periods down here. This one's just bigger because we're in a much bigger area that we're hoping is a range. Technically it is, whether you want to look at it or not, as a range or not. We do have these levels. I need a good clean chart, man. Can I give it a good clean chart? What? Oh, this one's almost clean. We can clean it up right now. Let's just hit that little delete button. This is MexC futures. Okay. So this was the range we were hoping to kind of basically stay in. That was between the candle bodies, and then we had the outlier down here at the wicks, and by goshy, we broke through that and scared everybody. But right now, is this true? I'm on the 5-day here, and we're above it. I like that. I don't know that we can keep that. I really don't. But right now, just on this particular time frame, that's a good sign. Just drawing this line down to this wick, because, well, clearly this is now defined a range. We were looking at it up here, right? We start with what we have, and then it expands. And everybody thought, well, this was a bit of the Wyckoff spring, and it looked a little soon to me for that. But I'm not going to complain if it is, right? Because makes number go. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, not totally agree, but I'm not going to, no, that can't be. I'm like, okay, I hope it is, man. Let's go for it, because we both want the same thing. It's the number to go up. Well, it wasn't. Okay, here we are on the daily. That's a good sign. That is a really good sign. If we regain that level, that's hopeful. That is hopeful. Man, you got a lot of stuff Bitcoin to fight through, though. That is probably the most promising thing that I've seen all day. We've just now we've opened a new candle, and it looks like we opened it above that. Is that true?
me switch over to regular candles here. It looks like we opened a candle above that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is good news for Bitcoin. This is good. If you're feeling embarrassed, this might be just a little bit of true hopium that might make you sleep a little bit better if you've been longing. Screw you, man. I've been shorting. Quit talking this. Tell me numbers going down. For all you shorters out there, I'm sorry to say that we regained this level, so, you know, stops in place. Just be safe, you know. Even though you might win in the long run. Okay, so daily on regular candles. Look, it's already got that cross in there. I'm getting off these Christmas Eve candles. I'm back on my purdy candles here. I'm getting that cross. Safe to say it's probably going to happen here. Nice bounce here, though. I like that. That gives us a little hopium. Now, just because the 9's crossing the 21 doesn't mean that price can just, you know, if price is going to get back above this, it'll drag it back up. It's when this 21 follows it and crosses it too, we're just kind of like, well, damn it. I guess we're going to do what you want to do then. But right now we got a chance. If you're looking for that chance, the Wyckoff Spring thing is not yet out of the picture in my personal opinion, but she needs, like I said, she's got to hurry. They don't stick down here very long. And the longer we play around in these areas, if we just can't seem to get back above there, then what? You shorters just might get your wish, and you can short Bitcoin all the way down to $3,000, just like Savvy said you were going to do. Damn it, Savvy. I hate it when you're right, even though we went up to $73. $73,000. I think the man was shorting the whole way. I don't know. I actually have not listened to him in a while. But every time that I have listened to him, he was always talking about all these really low targets for us to eventually get there. And, you know, we can't see it, but eventually. I never did see it. This is good for as far as this M pattern goes, the McDonald's pattern. When we get that, that means we go back to work at McDonald's. Because if it did like this and got rejected there, that would have been confirmation, and down we would be coming. And we would have already hit these areas, and especially with the measure move that you would get from this, just baby. Getting me down close to liquidation areas down here at 42,000. You better not do it. I got an axe. I got a machete. I will find out where you live. And I will do your grass, and then you better pay me in Bitcoin. Didn't see that coming, did you, algorithm? Yeah. So that's hopeful, man. But man, she's got a lot. Okay, so again, reiterate: 200 moving average. Got to get above this trend line here. Got to cut through the Ichimoku cloud. Got to make it above these moving averages. My gosh, she's got to run the gauntlet just to get up to $63,000 or $64,000. Bitcoin, you better be a trooper. I hope you've been working out, baby, because ooh, well, it's down to the wire. You got to. It's time to put it into gear if you're going to do it. Are there any other signs that you can give us, Road Dog, about what might be happening here? You always do your fib pulls. Always do the fib pulls. I hate the fibs. They love you. They always talk real nice about you. I'm sorry to hear that you hate them so much. Where 618 is down here where everybody says we're going to go, and if we do get a pullback, a lot of times they like that 618. I'm just saying. Charles Dale has the theory that a big, nice impulse move like this, that's a nice impulse move, would come back to the 50% area, which it did. It went down a little bit lower, but then came back into the 50% area. If you ask me, we got a good chance to hold it. Let's don't jinx it. Let's give it some encouragement, because otherwise 51,979 is our next lower target there to hope for that will hold us. Or for you shorters out there, woohoo! To set for a nice little juicy target. But you might be shorting your pants right now if you enter that short on this low, which is why I'm not shorting, because the short in the bottom is like long in the top to me, and exactly what you see here. I would need to see a retest. I would consider a short there, and I would still feel like I'm shorting the bottom. Like longing the top, shorting the bottom. I would still feel that way. It would not be a comfortable shorts. All the smart people were shorting up here and shorting here. All the people that had the shorting mentality were looking for it up here when we broke that nice, beautiful trend line that said, short me, short me, short me now. Please short me. I'm begging to be shorted. And I'm like, no, it's a bullish market. I ain't shorting it, because that's one of my kind of rules that I have that I'm seriously thinking, are you sure about that, dog? Are you sure about that, baby? Actually, when I had the MexC account, I would short, and that's what it is. I don't have a good account where I can short and long at the same time, and that's why I'm just not doing it as much. I can either go one way or the other, and I've got some longs out for some positions that I want to build, such as on this big move, whatever we're doing down here right now. I'm capitalizing on that one. I'm going to get that position with a low leverage play, and I'm going to ride that sucker for this whole bull market, because I missed my chance to do it when we were down here before. So when we come down low again, I'm going to do that. A big ass low leverage short or long. Make my bull market dreams come true, so that when we do finally get our all-time high for Bitcoin, I got me a nice little 5x long from 45, 48,000, even 50,000, 55,000. That's gonna be sweet. Sweet. And that's one of the game plans that I want to do. I gotta mind that job. So yeah, strategies for I got off topic of what I was going to say. You know, just strategies that work good over here. Now, when you're going up like that, your flags and your little triangles and your follow wedges and stuff like that, they work. They do work really nice. It's good to do the fib levels and maybe, of course, the trend lines, all that. But when you get into the range, man, yeah, we got to determine the range, but you got to be able to sell or short up, you know, when you start getting up to these ties. And the people that do, man, I mean, sometimes they catch some flack, and I'm shorting. And all the bullish people are like, I'm so offended that you would even short. What's wrong with you? We're going to the moon. But I mean, they got their system and it works good. If you do just the little range system. I want to start doing that more here. I have not done that. We've spelled it out and marked it out and everything like that. I think I even got the chart up for it. Where are you, baby? Where is you? Oh man, there she is. And look, seems kind of crazy to draw this line down here, this box down here, didn't it? But here we are. Well, it's so much lower than down here. Yep. Well, that's my Fibonacci method. This is a 236 area, and when you're below it, you're technically in accumulation, baby. That's how it just speaks to me. And here we are. Still technically right there below it, depending on how well I actually got this fib drawn. To our 618. So this tells me we're still below my little line there. I would like her to be a little bit higher. Still below these wicks over here, but Yeah, it's still below my little fib level. I'd like to see 57,163 is the number that I've got on this chart. I'd like to see us get above that. We're not too far away. I am in a long on Bitcoin that is currently just right under profit. And when we get up here, I'm going to de-risk a little bit and determine how I'm going to play that one. This is the one I'm trying to build up a nice big juicy long wherever we bottom out. So I'll probably de-risk on that one. May consider shorting. I don't know. The problem if I do that and I'm trying to build this position on that same account, well, if I leave some in and we do come up here and I need to add to my trade, well, then that helps me out to lower my entry to say somewhere here instead of here. So I don't like to get out of it all. And sometimes that goes against me and sometimes it helps me out a lot. Anyway, while Bitcoin is figuring out what it's doing, let's take a look at the good old altcoins. And I say, my good man, I do think that we should look at Total 3, see what we got going on here with this little booger. We got some angles over here. Are they respected on this? I think this is a different time frame. This is a daily. Same angles, respecting it really well through here with these candle bodies. So I like that. Candle wicks touching it. Candle body is just angled down there with it right there. Beautiful, beautiful, which means that this should be a solid trend line. And we can get these little markings out of the way. So it looks as though it's respected in here and we've bounced off this area so far. And like Bitcoin, I am expecting altcoins to get a little bit of a bump up. Maybe up to about $40 billion coming back in. It'll be a little pump, but a number not be going back up to where we saw it before. This was the altcoin top that I remembered distinctly. That was one of my signs that I paid a little bit of attention to, but definitely could have paid a lot more attention to. The big thing was breaking this trend line here. Same thing with Bitcoin and same thing we're seeing with our altcoins. A lot of the altcoins also have a major trend line that's been broken. And now we're below the 200 moving average, which is, that's never the bullish thing. It's never the bullish thing. We don't want to see things. We need to see a nice push in altcoins to kind of keep these other moving averages from crossing bearishly, which would signify that, well, man, there might be a great exit in altcoins if we can continue on that direction. We don't really want that out of altcoins. Altcoins are supposed to make us all the money, right? They're supposed to be here to help us make Bitcoin, right? It's what they told us, what they explained to us. It's what we've tried to do. But it's not been working out as well for the majority of your altcoins, though, because Bitcoin's been the one outperforming. And it did that last cycle, too. And now I've made notes for my next cycle. Next time I'm going all in on Bitcoin. I'll be waiting for altcoins to come to me like on something that just happened now, because they seem, this is the second cycle of the time that we go up and then they come all the way back down to where they were in the bear market. It's actually done it twice. It's done it one time before on some altcoins, but now I think some of the other ones have fell back into their bottoms. So it seems like they have a nice little run, not outperforming Bitcoin. Bitcoin's outperforming them. Then they come back to where you can, well, you made your money through Bitcoin. Now you got some more money to put into the alts at the right time. So that's one game plan strategy I'll be changing on the next time. This time I went with Bitcoin, but then I also started going with altcoins. Same time the Bitcoin bottomed. I think you can do it better. I think you should mostly focus on Bitcoin at that time. Just my thoughts, though. So altcoins, come on, baby. I need you to bounce. Get up here. Let me. And that's going to be a tough area, man. This just right under $600 billion in altcoins. 595 right through there. That was support. And now definitely resistance. It has flipped that into resistance. So that's going to be our
key area to look for right there. But a great place as we watch this gain. I believe it can. Because market ciphers gave us the green dot, and that green dot means that we're going to make $1 million this week. Or something. We got the green dot. Let's celebrate. So, market cipher says we're going up. If we don't, blame market cipher. I'm just telling you what he says. So, it says green light's on. So far. I don't think it's good. I think this next. Like Linda said, this week we got so much going on over there. I can definitely see a bunch of shakeups and everything, but I think slowly we'll see a bounce back on altcoins, back to where it was before they took our drop. Not as high as what we had them before, but then we may have to look at things then at that time. I'm not seeing anything here on the daily that makes me confident that. Woo! Let's look on the bigger time frames. Yeah, altcoins can bounce around for a while. It's not time. They are not ready for an altcoin season. So all those guys that are out there putting those thumbnails in the last 3 or 4 weeks, altcoin season right around the corner, man. Well, you can see they clearly were misinformed or poorly trained, because Total 3 is telling a total different story. Total 3 saying, baby. You ain't near altcoin season right now. We're in protect your ass in altcoins right now, or be ready to write it down in altcoins right now, or come to a short plan in altcoins. Probably not right now though. It's probably going to go up before it comes back down. So I'm just throwing that out there. But the next couple of months, I see a lot of lots of volatility, but not to the upside, more to the down and sideways kind of signs when I'm picking up on this altcoins. You sound like doom and gloom. Well, it's all going to be about Bitcoin figuring out what it's doing, and when she figures out what she's doing, we'll be all right. Bitcoin at 57,000. Keep on going, baby. Keep on going. Keep it going. Yes, I'm loud. Yes, I'm loud. But Bitcoins are going up. Hallelujah. Yay. I'm excited. I like to see Bitcoin go up. Loves it. Hey, there's Grizz. What's going on, Grizz? We got DP in the house. Well, if Bitcoin's going up, that must mean the altcoins are going up. And here we are on the daily. It's an improvement. There's some good deals out there. If you're the spot investor, man, you've had some good opportunities. There might be some more opportunities coming. I don't know, but there might be. But there's some really good ones out there right now, too. The DCA plan is a really good, if you're new to this and like, I don't know all this trading stuff, or, some of that stuff makes me, dollar cost average. I'm telling you. Millionaires are made with it. They are. It's actually a good system, and you will find a lot of YouTubers and a lot of your crypto gurus out there that do that. So no wonder it looks so weird. I'm on the 6-minute time frame for here on Bitcoin. So come on, Bitcoin, let's go back up. Let's see if we can get to 58.8 somewhere through there. I would love to get more. And if Bitcoin wants to pop back in above our trend line, get above 60 something, man, I will take a Road Dog. You suck. You said we're going in. I'll take that all day long, but I might also come back to my prediction. So, if you're not familiar with this prediction, it was actually something I saw in the charts. It wasn't a fancy indicator. It was more trend lines and how they lined up, but it happened on several different charts to me where when I followed through with the trend lines, we were coming up and just lining up price with time, and that gave me at the bottom of a trend line where we can get a pop to the upside. So far, it is true, but I don't know if this is the reversal, like we're getting ready to go to the moon or anything like that. And just that I saw that
She should stop bleeding, but she could probably bleed all the way till then and should stop bleeding by then, and that part's been true. That's what I'll lay claim to. Unless she goes to 74,000, I'm going to call myself the greatest Nostradamus ever. That won't give me a big old morning time slot. Set me up a course and all that stuff. I'm kidding. I kid. I just like crypto, man. I like to trade it. I like to talk about it. I like to chart it. I like to hang out with cool kids. Cool people. I like crypto. My wife doesn't think it's sexy. I think there's women out there that think it's sexy, though. Oh, look, have you are we extending trend lines now? Are we extending our trend lines now? Yeah, we can. Bitcoin. Should be an interesting couple of weeks for us here. Anyway, I have got some stuff that we can go over. Let's start out with Caspa. 16.6, that's good. So it looks like we got a higher low for Caspa. Looks like we got a trend line going on. I'm on 2-hour time frame here. Let's go to a 4-hour. Tighten you up a little bit because that's what I do. Lay this right on top of these guys here, drag it down, and she comes. Whoops, lay it right on top of there. And then we see we popped out and then came back all the way. That sucks when that happens. Look, we got a breakout. Because if you're looking at this maybe as a pattern wise, yeah, you got a local pattern of a megaphone, 70% chance it breaks to the upside, right? Well, on your breakout, and then you come back further than the breakout, but you test the trend line. Killed 2 in 1 stone right there. So it sucks when they do that, but they do have a good chance of doing that. And the steeper that these patterns are, the less exciting those breakouts tend to be, according to Thomas Bukowski. But now we made a higher low, and might we make a higher high for Caspa, get us above 17.5? That would be cool. Would love to see that. I think we can. We got it in us. Ichimoku Cloud's like, okay, I'm cool with it. So she's bullish on or bearish on some other stuff. She's kind of all right here. What else we got going on? We're above the 9 moving average. It needs to follow price and cross the 200, and then we'll have all of our moving averages at least on the right side of the 200. The 100's above it. That's good. So it would be easy for us to start reclaiming some ground out of Caspa, hitting back towards 17 cents and higher. So that's cool. That's on the radar. If we were trying to get, and if we were to zoom out and look at the bigger picture on Caspa, which is all it should do anyway. But if you zoom out more, geez. All these trend lines it's respecting here, man. This one, we'll put her on the back burner there. This one was last respected. Put her on the back burner there. And now we're in this current one here. Just up and to the right, making higher highs and higher lows. Caspa has been very, very strong. If you're not in it, it's not a bad place to get in at the moment since we're at the bottom of this trend line. Unless you want to wait for some bigger pullback, maybe to 13 cents. That there is a possibility of that into play with Caspa, but she ain't doing it today. Don't look like she's gonna do it tomorrow or the next day. She may not do it at all. She may just keep on going up, which is what happens with this type of pattern. And I'm still waiting for 22, 23, and even 25 cents out of Caspa. Come on, Caspa. That bag is growing big over there on spot margin. I likes it. Solana at 139. She's trying to reclaim the daily 200 moving average. She needs to, because if she doesn't, Solana it's going to scare a lot of people. Want to freak them out, especially if they put $100,000 into it at a certain price that we might come back down to.
So I'm going to clear this out. We broke this trend line, and that was enough for me. So breaking the trend line, might you have a measured move that we can go to here? Since it was this pattern, I mean, you're more likely to go with one of these moves. This is from me. This is not from Bukowski. He would have you do a formula to it. So, which would be, there's a percentage to put to this, which basically comes back over here. There's like a ratio between these moves is really kind of what all this stuff bases on, is whether the Fibonacci works with it and everything. There's a ratio between, from where this move takes off and ends, and then from where this one comes off and ends. So the calculations I'm finding come out equal, equivalent, really close to what if we just take one of the shorter moves. But you can do the Thomas Bukowski move if you like. Or you can just take the big ass measure move and wait for it to never, you may never ever get hit. But it says maybe somewhere around 106 for Solana could happen. But as long as price is staying above the 200 moving average, it probably won't happen. If she can't hold it, then I would say yes, baby. She probably will. On top of doing all this little stuff, I also like to pull some fib levels and see what we come up with here. And I'm going all the way back to the bottom here to get to the whole move. It makes a little bit more sense. Nice 382 area holding. If we bounce off of here, we can pull this off, and it would result in a nice move to the upside. I mean, a nice move. I'm like talking like a nice move, man. How much you talking about? Like a Moonboy price levels. Well, actually, I think I did that wrong. It would be up to 618 area right here, about $334. Believe it or not, that's on the table. It's within the realms of possibility. I just don't know. Well, it happened. That would be the complete 1-to-1 after this move here. Found that to be interesting. Ethereum. Yeah, baby. What you doing, Ethereum? You're breaking down on us. You're below the 200 daily moving average, below this trend line. It looks like you're getting ready to give up the ghost Ethereum. Looks like you're going to come up and do this little number and die on us, like a dead crab or something in the fishbowl. What the hell is this guy talking about? Can we change the channel now? No. Billy Bob Thornton, hey, welcome to stream. I'm done with meme coins going 100% into Caspa, and the only thing that doesn't dump. That's a smart sense right there. The memes are, some people have a system for them, getting into the real cheap ones to get in on, and that's risky as hell. I've tried some of those plays, and even just paying about $10, you see go down to $1, and you're like, what the hell? Glad I didn't put any more in. And then some of them take off and do something. But in my mind, I really think it's a purposeful distraction, or maybe an encouraged distraction, and the real money will be made. Gosh, I know people say Bitcoin's a boomer coin, but Bitcoin's the one that's making all the moves. And Caspa is a great one, and some really good, maybe even Solana. I've got some Solana bags. But just some more, I think people are starting to see value in the more solid projects. But the bright and shiny comes out to take our money, and the memes are good at being bright and shiny. But it can be fun, and sometimes you can make some money. So I can't blame you for trying, and I try it too. Hey, there's Grimmer. How's it going, Grimmer? Can we check out BIS? BIIS. Over on KuCoin. Over on the daily. Was this a setup that I had? Out for a breakout? I don't remember this. I don't think I don't remember. But anyway, we got a breakout of a falling wedge pattern, and now we come back for a retest and it's kind of riding the leg down. That kind of sucks. Ichimoku Cloud's got an interesting tail to tell though. I don't know if you can see it. I don't have it where it's real dark, but Ichimoku Cloud is a little green sliver that's going right up just like this. I'm taking that as a really good sign. We can get a bounce here. May not see it right now. I'm on a bigger time frame, on the daily time frame. For Ichimoku Cloud, for what we're seeing here, that's bullish. So that's a good sign. That breakout was nice. That happened just recently. Nice breakout. The falling wedgie. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we kind of got our targets last time I looked for it. Taking this and just putting it up to this wick, getting the channel, and I think we talked about, and then maybe where this thing came from. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure it's on the stream somewhere. So I don't remember if I had a price target there, but we would have been talking about targeting this line, which was a good move to take some profits. And now we just come back to the trend line, and I would let's see, this should be about an 886 retracement. It looks like maybe a 78. That looks like an 886. Yeah, an 886 and a little lower. For real, you can't, don't do that. So let's see, on the daily, let me tighten up my trend line here. Go to candle body and angle holds. All right. So you're probably not going to like what I'm going to say, but you may come back all the way back down and retest this area at 101.193, or right at 0.002. I got 0.00193. She may be headed there, but Ichimoku Cloud says I would expect a bounce there. To be honest with you, that's what I'm seeing. If she keeps on going, I mean, I've got no control over that, but I'm seeing that we got a good chance for it to come down a little bit. Maybe not even all the way to the down to do the double bottom, but probably right there. And then I think you're going to get a nice little bounce from it again. The place I would be looking for, I believe, should that happen, let's just go ahead and preemptively strike these little guys here. So I'm curious if she'll come down and do something, you know, and work her way up like that. So I'm going to leave that on here, and it's the cloud that has given me that, the confidence to kind of say that. Is there anything else that might give me that idea? Oh, I got stochastics buried at the bottom, so they can stay there for a while, but then they come up. Momentum wave, it looks like she's curving around. There's some nice signs here that she might want to get her back up. I was expecting to see some bullish divergence, but I don't see that. Interesting. So let's keep our eye on that and see. So a little down and then possibly bouncing back, and then probably touch the top of this channel again. Take a good look at Rune here, because she's getting cheap. She's at 355 right now. She got down as far as what, 308.
Also lost a major trend line. She might be getting cheaper, so I don't know yet. We're either going to break back into this pattern somewhere around $4, or we're going to just come up to around $4 and roll over and go cheaper. Probably down to around $1.88 if I had my guess on it. Just from what I can see here, looking to the left. If I wanted to be a little bit more precise there. Yep, Lord. So $2 rune could be back on the table again if we can't break back above that trend line. Now I find this interesting. We talk about this sometimes with my 5 moving average strategy, because that's what I use as a 5 moving average strategy. I have this green line being the 9. It likes to define strong trends and let me know when the trend is getting ready to may possibly end or hiccup. Then I got the red 21, I got the blue 50, and I got that white 100, which is now crossed bearishly over the 200. So technically these have all just flip-flopped officially bearish. Just saying. However, for a limited time only, we might have the possibility, since the 100 crossed the 200, that price might actually come up a little bit before falling back down. Now, how far up it goes, $4 is where I'm kind of looking for, but you know, it could go all the way up to $4.90. I don't know. But even if it came up to $4.90, I would still look at the possibility you may still come back down. Good Iran getting cheaper at 3. Yeah, got up to like almost, how much was it? I mean, imagine getting back up here at $11. We're sitting at $3 right now. Might even be going back to $2. And whether you are a chart person or what, but it looks like we got a possibility for altcoins to be really slow and dull and just, oh my gosh, what is happening with my portfolio for the next 6 to 8 weeks, maybe. Personally, I think it's a good time to consider some kind of dollar cost average strategy on the cryptos that resonate with you the most, the ones that you think have a good strength, especially ones that perform well against Bitcoin. Just saying, if it's been performing well against Bitcoin, that's the ones you want. Most of them are not, even though they can still be profitable. You can still make some dollars out of them. But the truth of the fact is that if you'd just been in Bitcoin, you would have made more money on those coins. It's a sad truth, and a lot of coins have fell into that for the time period that we've been since Bitcoin model. I'm just saying. That's some tough medicine to take, but it's the truth. Avaxio, did you just put a spell on me? I'll put a spell on you. Cause goodbye. We lost this trend line a long time ago, and then we decided, well, it's not good enough. Let's try to make another makeshift trend line and lose it too, just for a little good old hopium's sake. And then we had this one, and then we lost that little guy. And now AVAX is sitting at $25. I'm still looking at 21 possible getting hit. And as long as it's below the 21 and the 9, which is now crossed bearishly back over that 21 yet again. Darn you, AVAX. Are you not going to go up for us at all? 2105. She didn't quite hit my Fibonacci target. She came just right below it. And that tells me one of two things. Either that's very bullish and she wants to keep going up and not even touch it, or we just ain't made it down there yet. How do you tell the difference, bro doggio? Well, I like to pull a fib. I go from swing low to swing high, and I say that I got to a 1272, and I'm like, well, that's a nice little turnaround point. That should be a turnaround point. We'll take a swing high to that 272 swing low, now making us a nice high to low leg there. And I'm looking for a 618, and we got rejected off of that area. Spiked up a little bit above it, but we couldn't get past it, so that's clearly a 618 rejection. And I'm like, well, darn it. Well, the only thing left for me to do is take a swing low to that 618. And then we're going to target these two guys right here. Which is, of course, going to be a 618. A SHA and a 786. So we're going to hope that we get a little turnaround at these places. Because if we don't, we'll be coming back down to $21. Now, Ichimoku Cloud just happens to, be saying a little something. See how she's getting a little thick over here and just kind of curving around. Like she's over here just kind of eavesdropping, trying to hear what's going on in the conversation, hanging around, trying to be nonchalant and everything. She's got a crush on that. She's got a crush on AVAX. She does, man. I'm just saying, she's going to try she's going to try to whisper some sweet nothings and try to get AVAX to come up in there. She's being a little risque, if you ask me, I think. She's going to put a hurting on AVAX. It may be a little while, maybe toward the end of July before AVAX gets back in there, but she's planning on doing the nasty. Remember the little naked dancing going on inside the cloud? Yeah, that's what she's got on her mind with AVAX. Just not yet. She's got a clever game plan to get her, to coax him into her wily chambers. You are so deviously nasty, you little Ichimoku Cloud. When it comes to Link, I'm just going through all the things that I've got on spot margin. I got too many of them over there, but I'm weeding them out this way. Original trend line. Well, we didn't break that. So let's include this little guy. Can you get up and above that? You need to. You're below not moving average. Just making me kind of doubt that. Nice little try. Go for it. Recover yourself. Recover yourself. We got a 50 above 100. Is that going to be enough to kind of help us? Your guess is as good as mine. Seems like we've respected this little area over here. Oh, we're on the market cap for Link. This ain't what we're looking for. You can't buy that market cap. That's about as crazy as the little crypto guy I saw today tried to... Who here took this trade on the ES1? I'm like, who in the hell would even know where to find to trade that, dumbass? Is that on MexC? Come on. I called this going up. I'm like, yeah, how much money did you make off of calling that, mister? Some people act so surprised when the charts turn out to do what they kind of may have forecasted. Makes me wonder, well, do you just not normally have success? Do you not have a solid system that would give you, some routine, some kind of systematic accuracy or some consistency? Act surprised, like, oh, it finally worked! Oh my god, it finally worked! Dude, chill. What are you teaching in those groups? Use voice type and select a box and then try again. Got it. I don't know what the hell that is. Why are you there? Anyway, I was trying to draw a line, but I just gave up on it now. Look at the shoulder, head and shoulder. This one would make a great little lecture for Head and Shoulders, in my personal opinion, and some of you are just not going to agree. Of course, I'll suck it, Road Dog, but this is what I'm going to tell you. Look, you got a little flat line here. It makes a nice little neckline. That is true. I agree with that. You got a possible shoulder, a possible head, and then you got a bigger right shoulder, which just negates this, in my personal opinion. From what I know of shoulder, head, and shoulder, the whole beauty of it is that your most successful ones will be the ones that this shoulder over here is lower than this shoulder. Man, she didn't quite get there. And oh, now it's telling the story. Oh man, our price got up here, and then we got up here, and then we just couldn't do it, and we had to give us a ghost, and we lost it, and that's why we went down. We lost. It's a momentum story, is what we're looking for, and this momentum made a higher high. So, what does that say? They can play to the downside. I'm not saying that they can't. Not saying that they won't. I'm just saying I don't view that as a head and shoulders. Why? And anyway, if you just follow your trend lines, you're gonna get one of these little guys. Of these little guys. This is a right angle broadening, opening broadening pattern. If you want the mouthful, I still call it a megaphone because it still looks like a megaphone. It has no cheerleader blowing into it, but it's still like a megaphone. I call it a megaphone. These actually have a 50, believe it or not, according to Thomas Wachowski, these have a 55% chance of breaking to the upside. Well, especially if price is going leading into it, just because it might be acting as a continuation pattern. Crazy as that sounds, if you're following this trend line, I know it sounds. Where am I? I'm on the market cap again. Oh, for the love of God! Anyway, this does look like a crazy angle. I will give you that, but seriously. But what that means is that it's got a little slightly higher chance not to break through this line than it does to fall through. Not much more of a chance. It's got a 55% chance for it not to do that and for it to come and break to the upside. If you can ever find a breakout. But I find it interesting, you know, this is how we kind of look at patterns and drawing trend lines and things. And it seems like a lot of people, especially on YouTube, I see when they first get a line or something, the first thing they want to do is just automatically come over here and, you know, I guess you can look at it as a descending triangle. You can. But a lot of times you will have some, this is probably not the best example, but a lot of times maybe you have another something going on over here. I just don't think you should ignore what you started out with. I think that tells you a lot. And so a descending triangle technically has a 53% chance to break to the upside, according to Thomas Wachowski's research and study. And that's the person that I follow when it comes to information about patterns and how to trade them, and it's done very well for me. A lot more than somebody who might just kind of look at a picture and say, well, that looks like that's what it's doing. I'm just going to draw lines and draw trend lines, and every time you just see a triangle and to the upside, it's always to the upside. Always to the upside. So I try not to do a lot of the doublespeak that we hear going on in crypto here. I try to stick to a solid argument on most things, and you can get different information on some time frames, but it should never confuse you. If you got a system on how to read your time frames from your highest time frames to your smallest ones, though, that tells you what order to follow them. In my personal opinion, I'm still on Link for the market cap, and that's not helping me out here. Here we are, Link. Oh, look at the beautiful head and shoulders to the downside. That's coming to the downside. You suck, Road Dog. You don't even know what you're talking about. It's clearly coming to the downside. I'm looking at it more of this megaphone pattern. It also comes to the downside, about 950. I'm just saying. Because I connected trend lines. They might have you can call the head and shoulders if you want to. It's just still a megaphone pattern. That is a bearish one that finally went bearish. Did what she's supposed to do, finally lost that trend line. Will she gain it back though? That would be cool. We need that to happen, Link. Come on, baby. Are you really going back down to $9.50? For real, you going to do that to us? You come on now. Treat your people right, man. Treat your people right. What's wrong with you? What you got going on here? Oh, man. Gotta do some examinations here on Link. What you doing, Link? What you up to? I don't trust you right now. You hanging around the 618? Yeah, you trying to bounce off that? I'm cool with that. That's what you want to do. You want to bounce? You better be bouncing. 916, 950. I'm putting you down at 916. So with Link, again, with everything else, we're expecting things to come up, and Link might start seeing about $14.40 somewhere through there, $14.50. But she's in danger of rolling over at that point and coming back down to 12, and then eventually down to 9. If she can't get back above the trend line, then balls to the wall. I like that. Let's go hard. Ooh, and lots of get less crypto. But we got to see her. We got to see her kind of clear that $14.80 area.
and clear it nice with a full candle closed and open above it. Other than that, might be seeing some cheaper things out of these altcoins. It seems to be what it is spelling out. A little up and then maybe some down. That of course would apply to Polkadot just as well. Hanging around a little under $6 right now at $5.91. This is just a big old mess over here. I got chicken feet. I got a dog with a funnel on its head. There's your meme coin, dog with funnel. Oh, that wasn't cool. I just erased all my indicators. That's how that happens, huh? I am trying to just clear my screen there. Oh, Polkadot. What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, for real. How many years can you sit at $5? That's just what I'm asking. How many years can you sit here at $5? You are the Abraham Lincoln stablecoin, Polkadot. You just don't realize it. Hey man, can you spot me a Polkadot? I just want to get a gallon of gas real quick. Yeah, thank you, bro. Are you coming all the way back down to the zero mark at 360 because you and me gotta have a talk? Okay. Yeah. I mean, why would you do that? She doesn't have to do that. I don't even want that one though for a measure move. For 411, you suck, Polkadot. Don't you dare. Don't you think about it? Polkadot, you're making me question you a little bit. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Do I need to buy? Should I say bye-bye? Measure move comes down a lot near that 886 Fibonacci retracement area. She's trying to hold this 786 area where we would hope that she would. 786 is a great place to bounce. It's the first place we'd look for a bottom. Like we're looking for a higher low, something like that. That's generally a good one. Sometimes she may come a little lower to the 886 area. Okay. They're a little bit more bearish than I thought. Okay, cool. But we're good now, right? So she may be trying to bottom out here. That's what it suggests it could be. But if the market falls out of Bitcoin, she's coming down flat on her ass and down to $3 or something, you know? And so will every other altcoin. Because when Bitcoin ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. I know I ain't happy when Bitcoin ain't happy because my day's like, whoo, when she took that drop, I was like, nobody want to be around me that day. I didn't want to be around me that day. I just want to be by myself. Just me in the chart trying to, what the hell is going on? Bitcoin, how could you have to do me this way? I'm trying to find a good trend line here, but it's weird. There's a lot of gaps in between there, so this would be it. And looks like we're retesting that area, so like a little support resistance flip area. Diagonally, that would be good. Come on, Dot. Can you get up to $7 one more time? Oh man, that would help me out a little bit. I'm just saying. I would like that, Dot. I don't think you've been there and oh my gosh, you were. Seriously, Dot, you were up like $12 recently? What the hell was I thinking? Was it back when I had you staking? How's it going, peeps? What you doing? You're looking at tacos. Boo, tacos. Dot look like a war zone. Happy I moonbagged my Dot at 680. Yeah, baby. I like to hear that, Celinda. I like it when you talk about your moonbags. Moonbags, everybody got to have some. That's one of the best strategies out there, hands down, in my personal opinion. You can't beat the moonbag.
That's why I can't see everything. I have top chat on. I need live chat. Look, it's the same thing. It's no different. I've been de-chatted. So ... Ellipsis, if you will. Well, that was an educated joke right there. Okay. We'll save that for the dot contingent. Arweave. $22 below the 200 moving average. Not looking good at all. Why? We're up to $47. $47. That's some kind of 618 you never make it to, and it's kind of weird. Forgets how I did those. We hit the 113. How dares you? I mean, well, that's cool. Are you going to stop there, or are you coming down lower? We tighten up this so I can get this target at home. You didn't hit it. What the hell? Look, I'm excited for nothing. Are you going to hit it? You trying to hit it? You trying to hit that? There's nothing over here though. That's this one, baby. Oh man, 1445. If she comes down, if we can't regain the 200 moving average and crypto goes to hell, I'm looking at 1445 for Arweave. I think Road Dog's got some preparing to do. Binance. No, this is ICP. Hanging out at this what is that? It's a white line that doesn't tell me anything. It's a 670 target. I'm going to just say that we nailed it. Oh, that hurt. Look. Nailed it. I think. It doesn't matter anymore. You just come on and tell people you nailed it, and they seem to believe you anyway. You tell people that you make massive gains, and yet your number stays at the same spot. I mean, it fluctuates. There's some massive losses apparently that aren't being talked about on some of these channels. If you fall down below 670 ICP, how far are you going down? I just say this because, you know, next time you get up to $20. Ooh, ICP. Will you get back to $20 again? That's the question. ICP, are you coming down to what, 667? That area? 670? No, that's a 4. That's a 497, 498 area. $5. Come on now. Only if our current area doesn't hold, I'll be looking for that one, and that walks smack dab into a support resistance flip right here. That's Coolio. Look at that. Off the bottoms, and resistance here. ICP, man. You're supposed to change the world. Get to it, man. You only got like 12 months left. Get behind schedule. Snap it. Get back to work. Stop taking so many coffee breaks. Make my bags pump, ICP. Phantom, man. Look at you, Phantom. Had this nice, beautiful buy zone here. 58 cents, 47 cents. Now you make me look like a freaking idiot right here in front on YouTube in front of everybody because you went below my buy zone. Me and you got to talk, baby. I ain't liking that. I'm saying you wake up and your house is wrecked up. I didn't do it, so don't call cops on me. Big boy did it. Yeah, that's what happened to you. I said big boy on you. Phantom. What's wrong with you coming down to 37 cents? What's wrong with you? The great thing about these patterns, the open and broadening wedge, the bearish megaphone, if you will, when they do break down, they don't break down that hard. Okay, there's not like this big crazy. There's not this big crazy ass. I mean, you can take a big crazy measure ass move, but it's not going to hit it. They have actually very shallow breakdowns, so you could take this little measure move over here. That would be about the right place, or you can just look over here at this areas where we got a lot of support. So we're starting to look about the 35 cent area for possible phantom. Man, it's like altcoins are giving up all the glory, giving up all those gains. Right now we're hanging out the 786 like a lot of the altcoins are at a nice place that where they could technically buy them. Would love to see them do it. And a lot of the altcoins have a 50 moving average just dying to kamikaze down on the 200 moving average and give us that death cross. So even, you know, we're at these bottom areas and have another layer over here. Now you can see a lot of slow down and sideways is what we could be looking at. It doesn't mean the market's about to fall out from under our feet. You can still get a pull back up to the upside before a slow burn down. There's lots of different ways that this can play out. But there are some levels that we need to at least look at and put on our radar in case the market does go south. And for Phantom, that's going to be right here about 29 cents. And if she goes up, it's pumpkin time. For a retest, she could go up as high as 47 or, well, could go to 47 or as high as maybe 54 cents. There's two levels of resistance right there that we got to fight with. I think 53 looks like it might be a possibility to actually get up to that area. I would hope so, but when she does, I would have to make plans. On my trading, my spot margin that I have a lot of these on, I would have to make a plan to either short some, sell some, and have a plan to accumulate at a lower price down here. So I've taken some bags that I've had sitting on wallets for quite a while, and while the market is down, I moved them over to spot margin positions. And what that allows me to do is take their value. So let's say I had $1,000 worth of Phantom, which would have meant that it was worth a lot more than $1,000 over here, probably. Okay, but it's worth $1,000 now. Well, let's say if the margin for spot margin on Phantom is a 3x, then that means that I can borrow up to $3,000. You don't do that. Maybe borrow the 1,000 that you're putting in, kind of match it. I do that a lot. That gives me a safe little number to work with. And then I can add $2,000 to build a $2,000 bag on top of the collateral that I've just put in Phantom. Well, it would be a $2,000 position is what it would be growing. But as it goes back up and say where I would normally moon bag and take my collateral out, well, I mean, I can do that too, but I've just paid off my loan with it. Boom, I just grew my bag, and so it would come out with about I was going to do it in dollar prices. I was thinking about number of coins. Let's say if I had 1,000 coins and then I got 2,000 coins down there, I should come out with about 1,500 coins, if that makes sense. Somewhere through there, and I'm building some. Could come out with double coins if I do it. I thought, if I want to borrow just a little bit more and build up just a little bit more. But it's a great way to go in and out while we're going, especially going through chops and boring parts of the market. Just to build some positions and on the low lows. So I've got that going on. That's what I'm doing. So while people are short and I'm sitting here thinking, where am I going to need to put some buy targets and try to build a good bag, and where's my liquidations, and how can we do this safely? And I can also entertain shorting with the spot margin too. You can do that. Mr. Miles, I'm not sure if top and live chat different for mods and owners. We need to see it all to moderate. It immediately goes to top chat for me all the time. I miss a lot. Sam said, did we look at Ton? She's a beast. She is on my list, but haven't made it there yet. It's hanging out at what, $7.16? Getting tired. We broke her megaphone. Let me clear this off so I can see what's going on here. This is an OKX. She's getting this is showing some tiredness. She's starting to see the rounding. There's the little guy. So we got a little bit of rounding going off. So we may continue that down a little bit. So that's one thing to be aware of on this one. Once we've started that, I mean, we could continue down, but the good thing is when they do that, a lot of times then they will come up and do something like that. So that's one idea that I would be looking for out of Ton. And she could come back basically about to this area. What is that, about 473? Why are you being so bearish? It's just one situation, man. That could happen. Some other stuff too, but she broke trend lines. That's why we're looking at that idea. Dang it, man. Always picking on my coin. Here's the trend line that we broke that could be. Moving averages look good. So I'd be looking for a rounded top possibility, possibly playing out. And that makes sense. She would stay around through here. So what I would expect, so we are breaking some trend lines and everything. We'll work our way back down here and then get a bigger move. And that could take us up to, oh wow, that could go to $12. Depending on where we get a bounce from, so. But I do see a possibility of it start to slowly, where it'd be a slow scallop rounding, is what it looks like. Well, I could be just totally wrong, but yeah, she is a good performer, definitely one to be in. I do remind everybody I made videos on this one when she was about 150 way back in the day. Back over here after she shorted came out. I was like, what? They actually got to relaunch the Ton coin because they tried to do it a couple of cycles ago, and SEC got all over them or something, just kind of kicked it. I mean, thought it sounded kind of cool. Sam says, Juggalo coin, ICP. Always picking on my coins, man. Listen, I think we did ICP, right? We got Render. Oh, man. We have very little to go on over here. She was doing great, right? $13, man.
Oh, that's cool. From the very bottoms there, we're at a 618. That could be good. It's hard for me to see it coming back to $3.31, but it could happen. So, I mean, we gotta realistically say, put that on the radar. That could happen. Well, you got a plan if it does. And the trend line kind of suggests that, yeah, that could be on the radar. We'll just stick it there with the fib. We could get this nice bounce here off of the 618. That's what we would hope for. If we do, man, we got some good targets up here, about $19 to $22. Most noticeably looking for that one about 19. If we can get a bounce off of here. Can it bounce? If price will, well, if it does bounce, then our moving averages won't cross, and then that will give us all the signs we need to kind of make a little bit of recovery. Of course, we got to get above the 200 moving average, just like Bitcoin. First step would be to get above the 9 moving average on the daily. That would be a good first step. I'm just trying to give you a little hint, Render, what you can do. And if you can't do it quite yet on the daily, try it on the 4 hour first, and she can't even do that. Come on, Render, what's up? 1 hour? Well, at least you're trying. Render looking kind of slightly bearish there. She might be coming back down to 558, 556 area. We did not go over the news, and man, I meant to do that. Strega says Zeta needs to bounce. You mentioned that one before, and I keep meaning to look at it, and I forget sometimes, so let's take a look at it. Oh, crap. Did you say she needs to bounce? I don't agree if she needs. That's what you said. Will she bounce? Are we at a bounce area? You are at a bounce area, Strega. You are, man. You're at about 272 right there. You should get that. If you don't, I'd be pissed. Because you don't want to hear the next targets I got for it. 272's worked pretty dang good. If that's not good enough, the lowest I'd see would be 28 cents. Oh, it's possible for 48, but I'm not looking at those to get yet. So in my opinion, she's got a good chance to bounce there. Let's see if we got a trend line connecting that. Oh, looky there. Boom, that's what I look for. I got confluence right there. Bottom of trend line, a 1.272. Fibonacci extension there. A nice 786 retracement from the swing low to swing high up here. So however you want to slice it and dice it, there's a lot of confluence. Especially on the Fibonacci saying, maybe we might be getting ready to do something. And that something should be. Oh, look how beautiful that comes. Well, that's the first one, 88 cents. I'm more interested in $1.38 and $1.60 though. And 227 just for that little hopium target that is technically on the table. That would be nice to get a nice little bounce off of that. If you got something, put that little trend line up there. Well, that could happen.
course, I gotta go by that 9 moving average. Just haven't done that quite yet. It's a possibility. That'd be kind of nice. What? Ooh, coming up to $1.37. That's 108%. $1.59 is 142. 238% up to $2.22. If this situation graces us with this presence and Road Dog is not a sucky chartist, this might happen. I think it might happen. Like you're in a wedgie. You're at the bottom, deep, finger deep in on the wedgie, right there. Yeah, she stank. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. It is that time of day again. It is that moment when I start getting a little drowsy, and sometimes I turn into a turkey, and sometimes I turn into a pumpkin. Sometimes turkeys and pumpkins go together pretty well, but we're just not there just yet. Boom! We'll take one last look here at Bitcoin. And we did not do the news. Gosh darn it, I mean to do that early, right off, and we didn't do it. So here's the pumpkin news. News from a pumpkin? That didn't happen. Yes, it did. News from a pumpkin. What happened in crypto the last 12 hours? German government sold approximately 10,000 Bitcoin in a day. They currently hold 27,461. So might we get 2.5 more days like today? Or two days like today. Ish. Three more days like today. Ha 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 ha. 3. Coinbase International Exchange will add support for its perpetual futures on Blast, Zero, and ZK on July 11th. Binance will delist Bond, DOC, MDX, and Polls on July 22nd. Cardano's released Node 9.0 on July 8th. CEO Hodgkinson expects the Chang hard fork to start on this week. CRV Curve for 51.4 million Curve locked up in just 4 days, roughly 1/3 of all Curve emissions for 2024. Covalent has announced a governance proposal to transition from CQT to CXT tokens. The Demo Foundation proposes using Demo credits, DCX, has a stable value of 0.001 and is created by burning Demo. Voting starts July 15th. Ethereum name service ENS has unveiled rebranding details, including a new logo and website. Pixelmon has teased that a major game update scheduled for July. CBEO on Solana has officially asked the SEC to allow Van Eck and 21 shares to bring Solana-based exchange traded funds to the market. Shy XAI contributors have agreed to relock the July unlocked tokens over 6 months. Grayscale has announced a record date of July 18th for creating and distributing Grayscale Ethereum mini trust shares to the ETH shareholders. ETH will contribute 10% to its ETH to the mini trust. And that's what we got. Wasn't happening to crypto today.
For those of you out there that have hit that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Bread is down to 11 cents. Tia is at $6.03, and Bitcoin is hanging at $57,100. Still trying to make that path up. We should make it back to 58.8. That's what we're hoping for. Still expecting a little up and a possibility to go down, so we'll see what the market has to offer us tomorrow on a Tuesday. And the front runner will be what happens when London starts coming in at 3 a.m. my time. It will be about 4 hours from now.
should start getting a feel for what the market may be starting. They usually kind of get us in the right direction, and the U.S. starts taking us in that direction before they decide to dump on us. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I will see you again tomorrow. Trade carefully and try to keep those portfolios from dropping down so much. Sam says, render, if you see any pace out there, go ahead and pick it up. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Come here, bud.
You're such a boomer. Why can't you ever get this right? Why can't you ever get this right?
You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie.
So, I've been doing this thing called crypto trading. It's like buying and selling digital money like a garage sale, but without the rusty bicycles. You're a tough crowd tonight. But I really like crypto. They got some crazy terms. I love the terms they use, but this one, HODL, H-O-D-L, that one just sounds crazy. It sounds like somebody misspelled the word hole. And they always say, just HODL, man. It's like they're giving financial advice with a speech impediment. And those charts, oh man, the charts. Man, I look at those charts and I feel like I'm reading a seismograph in an earthquake. Oh, look, it's going up. Nope, it's going down. Maybe it's